It was hard creating you guys, at the same time convincing the maker of all that you deserve a chance to exist. Firstly, you were an abomination. Creating you humans was more like creating deities also, which is not supposed to happen like that. It's supposed to be natural. Therefore, it being natural would mean another deity would be born. So you'd be 50% deity and 50% human. Nobody agreed to this idea. Nobody agreed to this idea. So then I promised them everlasting life. I promised the council that by creating these humans, these humanoids, from these little creatures that are inhabiting planet Key, we would be able to one day reuse these vessels, therefore creating DNA that can harbor our spirits too. As a matter of fact, to close the deal in order to create humans, here's the second icing on the top. We said these humans will be able to capture deep thought and information, connect to telepathy and be used. Unlike every other species here, we cannot manipulate them using telepathy. They can sense us. It's like a phone call, if I could put it in the modern times of today. When you are an entity, a deity, and you're using telepathy to talk to another deity, they can sense that it's you. It defeats the purpose, right? But when you create the human, and you don't teach them telepathy, but you teach them organic tools of how to survive on their own, so whenever you need them, you can find them ready-made by themselves. You have to now use telepathy to control them, which is why when everybody woke up, it was in a mass collective. That was the intention. You are the world's greatest gift. Designing you humans was taxing, because either the project dies because we can't make you guys futuristic. Like the question was, you will age and you will die because you're not like these deities. You will live short lives. Therefore, creating you guys will be costly again. So the intention was, on the next versions, we should make sure that you guys can recreate yourselves. But unlike these animals where you wait months on end, we want you guys to recreate yourself at any given time. Yes, at any given time. The thing was, we were not sure if we would save our planet, the gold that we were mining. You call it gold, but it was written like something else in the scriptures there. I cannot say it now because you don't understand the verbiage of the language we use. However, we had to make sure that the sooner you recreate yourselves in a given time, the better we can possess your vessels and live again through you. That was the whole icing on the cake. We needed to make humans that can regenerate themselves, and then make humans that can be used with limited telepathy. The less telepathic abilities you are aware of, the more we can use you. And this was the hack of you guys. This is how the war started. They figured out that you guys can be manipulated, which is why toxic energy can enter your vessel and use you in your households. That was the design. That was the hack. But in order to hack you, you had to hack somebody divinely connecting to them. So, for instance, humans of this world call it a demon, right? We don't call it as such in my area. We call it's hacking. It's a word called hacking. You guys use it for hacking. Yes. All we have to do in order to hack another human body is to behave like it. This is why people try to do destiny swaps or try to copy you and mimic your behavior and such and stuff like that. The reason you do that is because that's a hack. It's within you to survive this place so that when we come back, we can possess you once again. So we can make you create things without scaring everybody else. After all, we don't want you guys to praise us like you used before. You used to praise us. We would teach you things, but you'd only learn and be cohesive in things when we were around you guys. There was no form of independence. Leaving you on planet Key was the only time we could actually affirm independence. And you survived, didn't you? You recreated yourself. You invented things once again. And you also told a few lies to manipulate the rest of the collective. You thought exactly like us because you are like us. You are a divine entity living physically in a human body. Nothing more, nothing less. And it does not matter how many people we present ourselves with this information. Have you solved the 3-body problem yet? A lot of people have. They're just quiet. It's a personal pursuit. Spirit says a lot of people have been going into this thing. Even a series about it was released just to make it a mass awakening about the 3-body problem, to introduce deities in the outside world that can harm you or threaten you. We just want to see how you guys are going to behave. So when we reveal ourselves pretty soon, as you've already seen among the chosen ones, a lot of them have revealed themselves through these chosen ones. They speak through them. They incarnated through them in that awakening. They can connect to you guys. You guys are just devices we can hack. That's all. Hence, we can hack your dreams and give you messages. Hence, you were designed that way. Otherwise, you were never going to be created. Because we had our own slaves. But these slaves you couldn't control telepathically. So we designed our own, such as yourselves. You may call yourself the enlightened ones, the chosen ones, but it's our knowledge that is bestowed upon you. We made sure that this knowledge proceeds further. Your level of genetic engineering is minor compared to ours. You don't know how to create your own species that you can use telepathy on. Universally so. You don't include telepathy as part of your practices. It's shunned upon, it's frowned upon by many of you guys. So this whole thing will make many of these deities that are out here that know the hack of your vessel to continue and use you, whether good or bad. It's allowed. You're creatures of the universe right now. And some of you can connect to other planets and their energies, other celestial entities out there. It is because you are a device. You store energy inside of you. Yes, you are introduced to the 7 chakras, but that's not all of them. We had to limit information to you so you can be reusable, because we noticed that as much as we imbued our essence in your vessels, dear chosen one, there's also this thing of you looking exactly like us and trying to be like us and fly out of here. This one planet is the only one that exists. It had to be this way, so keep on discovering. There's nothing else out there. None of you humans have even reached the Kuiper belt yet to escape your inner nucleus. By the way, a galaxy is simply a nucleus that's living in a void. What you call void is simply space. Space where the all exists also. So long as you struggle to leave many of these planets on your own or using ancient means of fuel and jet fuel, so long as you keep living like this, it won't matter anymore whether you reach the Kuiper belt or not. You can't, chosen ones. Most probably never will. You will have to wait for people like us to come and visit you at night, or send you dreams, or to invent devices that can help you. I mean, you're still struggling with magnetic field theory. You don't understand that every object around you has its own presence, its own ethereal being in its sense. You don't understand the basics of those things, so what do you expect to connect to us for? We have to possess you in some way, like this being on this camera. We have to possess him and talk with him. So many things have to happen in between. Will he escape? We don't know. But this is the message that's coming through him. You guys were engineered, and in a high council, it took only 2 points to ice the cake. That we can invent vessels that can harbor entities. And number 2, these vessels will be submissive to telepathy or telepathic energy. This is why many of you, no matter how much you claim you're spiritually inclined, you can move things. You cannot control these deities once they visit you. You will know they are there because you'll feel a sense of you disappear. Things like this. How do I know? How does this vessel that's speaking on camera know these things? Le Paralog. Tapping into Boipelo's DNA takes a lot of time, but he's getting a little bit used to it. So, follow these things of enchanting yourself in your spiritual enlightenment. Include it, in fact. Include it. Because this whole nature of just it being a term and worrying things is maniacal to a point, as you guys use it in your verbiage. It's maniacal. Yes. It's not insanity, no, because people do evolve in it. But it's maniacal to believe that's all there is to it. You understand? Go beyond it. Don't just move things. Become those things. Can you become a cup?